In recent years, a troubling trend has emerged in the United Kingdom. The rise of work visa scams targeting international job seekers, especially those aspiring to work in the care sector. These scams not only devastate the finances of vulnerable individuals, but also exploit their dreams of building a better life abroad. Understanding how these scams operate, their impact on victims, and the steps being taken to combat them is crucial for anyone considering employment in the UK. Imagine the experience of a young woman from South Africa. She saves every penny she can, dreaming of a stable job as a healthcare assistant in the UK. After months of searching, she's contacted by a recruitment agent promising her a lucrative position. The only catch? She must pay thousands of pounds for visa processing and job placement fees. Trusting in her new opportunity, she hands over her savings, £4,500. But when she arrives in the UK, there's no job, no support, and no one to turn to. Her story is not unique. Across continents, countless hopeful workers have fallen victim to similar schemes. So, how do these work visa scams operate? Scammers often pose as legitimate recruitment agents or agencies, advertising attractive job offers through social media, email, or even well-designed websites. They claim to have inside connections with UK employers, particularly in sectors desperate for staff, such as healthcare and social care. Once they establish contact, these fraudsters request substantial upfront fees for things like visa sponsorship, job placement, or training, costs that, in reality, are often the responsibility of genuine employers or are much lower than what's being charged. Some agents go to great lengths to appear credible, offering forged documents, fake job contracts, and even arranging sham interviews. Victims are often pressured to act quickly, told that positions are limited or that delays could jeopardize their chances. After payments are made, communication from the scammers often ceases, or victims are given false assurances and endless excuses. In some cases, individuals are brought to the UK on valid visas, only to discover that the promised jobs do not exist, leaving them stranded and vulnerable to further exploitation. The scale of the problem is staggering. Investigations have found that some migrant care workers have been charged sums as high as £15,000 for visas and job placements. Many are forced to borrow from family, take out high-interest loans, or sell personal belongings in the hopes of securing a brighter future. Instead, they find themselves in debt, isolated, and at risk of homelessness or illegal work. The consequences extend far beyond financial loss. Victims of visa scams often experience immense psychological distress, shame, and fear. Some face deportation after overstaying visas tied to non-existent employment, while others are pushed into exploitative or illegal work to survive. In the worst cases, this cycle of exploitation can fuel modern slavery and human trafficking networks. The UK government has acknowledged the seriousness of the issue and introduced several measures to combat these scams. In 2024, authorities tightened sanctions on employers found to be exploiting foreign workers. Businesses violating visa rules or employment laws now face a 2-year ban on recruiting overseas staff, doubling the previous penalty. This is intended to deter unscrupulous employers from taking advantage of vulnerable migrants. Alongside stricter penalties, the Home Office has ramped up enforcement activities, conducting more inspections and investigations into both employers and recruitment agencies. Public awareness campaigns have been launched, warning potential migrants about common scam tactics and emphasizing the importance of using approved, reputable recruitment channels. However, significant challenges remain. A recent report by the UK Borders and Immigration Watchdog highlighted ongoing failures within the visa system, failures that continue to leave migrants at risk of exploitation. Investigative journalists have uncovered how rogue agents adapt quickly, using ever more sophisticated methods to deceive foreign nationals. Some agencies even coach migrants on how to conceal the absence of a real job during border checks or arrange for temporary accommodation and staged work environments. The care sector, in particular, has proven especially vulnerable to abuse. With a chronic shortage of workers and high demand for visas, unscrupulous agents and employers see an opportunity to profit from desperation. While some genuine care providers are committed to ethical recruitment, a minority continue to flout the rules, undermining efforts to protect both workers and patients. So, what can international job seekers do to protect themselves? First and foremost, it's essential to research any employer or recruitment agency thoroughly before making any payments or commitments. The UK government maintains a list of licensed sponsors and approved recruitment agencies. Always check that your potential employer or agent is on this list. Be wary of anyone who asks for large upfront fees, guarantees jobs or visas, or pressures you to act quickly. Genuine UK employers rarely, if ever, require applicants to pay for visa sponsorship themselves. Seek advice from official sources and trusted organizations. The UK Home Office and embassies regularly update guidance on working in the UK and provide contact information for reporting suspected scams. Migrant support groups and legal aid organizations can also offer advice and assistance if you suspect you have been targeted. For those who have already fallen victim to a visa scam, it's important to know that help is available. Reporting the crime, even if it feels daunting, can help authorities investigate and prevent others from suffering the same fate. In some cases, victims may be eligible for support services or legal remedies. Ultimately, tackling work visa scams requires a coordinated effort from governments, employers, recruitment agencies, and migrant communities. Enhanced regulation, stronger enforcement, and better education are vital steps in closing loopholes and holding perpetrators accountable. But as long as opportunities exist for exploitation, vigilance will remain essential. For anyone considering working abroad, remember, if an offer seems too good to be true, it probably is. Take your time, do your research, and never be afraid to ask questions or seek a second opinion. Protecting yourself from work visa scams is the first step toward building a safe and successful future in the UK. Stay informed, stay cautious, and share this knowledge with others. Together, we can help ensure that dreams of working in the UK are built on solid ground, not stolen by those who prey on hope and ambition.